What a beautiful crowd we have tonight. I am loving this new location where we have the opportunity to celebrate. Who here likes celebrating? And you know what? We don't do enough of it in our lives, of taking the good things that are happening and actually acknowledging them, taking the incredible people who are part of our world, the people who are movers and shakers, the people who, whether it's in your face or from behind the scenes, just make a real difference. And so tonight is a chance to honor some pretty incredible people here. Ako po ay si Rod Santiago. Hindi ako galing dito, galing ako sa Pilipinas, sa Maynila. Ang tatay ko ay si Del Santiago, galing siya sa Bulacan. Ang nanay ko ay si Norma Santiago, Del Kyoge Santiago, at saka si Norma de Leon Peña. Siya ay galing sa Bataan. I said hello and good evening to you in my birth language, which is Tagalog. And Tagalog is, if you were to translate it, it actually means Taga-ilog, which is from the river. And tonight I welcome you to what we're doing, but also I want to acknowledge that we are on the lands of the people of the river, who since time immemorial have lived here from before and still are. This is still their unceded, traditional, and ancestral territories, and will continue to be. And so it is particularly with gratitude to the Matsqui First Nation, to the Samath First Nation, Lakamal, and to Nuksak that I want to recognize where we are and the significance of being welcomed and being allowed to be a part of what's going on in this community and to be a part of Truth and Reconciliation. I started in my own tongue, and another party that I was at just last week, it was kind of honoring some incredible people who work in the social service sector from all over the province. I had the privilege of meeting a woman. Her name is Anoni Campi, and she is from the Siilq, Okanagan First Nations. And Anoni went through 4 years through UBCO of learning her language, which previously she hadn't spoken. So she learned Siilqchen. And to hear her provide us with our welcome that evening was just music. It was absolutely music that someone who 4 years ago was not able to speak her own mother tongue was just singing and speaking out the truth in her language. And it was such a point of just gratitude for me that whether it's there or friends here who are learning Ho'okame'elam, that there is opportunity for that to be happening and for the culture today and for future cultures to be learning their mother tongues. I welcome you here tonight. Thank you for actively being a part of honoring, celebrating some pretty unbelievable people. I want to thank our presenting sponsor, Fortis, who for the first time we have a group who has sponsored this event to be able to shine so that we can shine the spotlight on some amazing people. So thank you to Fortis for being a part of this. Thank you. And enough of me talking, so now I will pass it on to Pamela Chatri, Vice President of our board, and has been the chair of the group that made tonight happen. So over to Pamela.
Thank you, Rod, and thank you for that wonderful land acknowledgement. I've tried to do the land acknowledgement many times from my heart, and I never quite nail it the way Rod does. So I really appreciate that. Thank you. And so tonight, as chair of the 2023 Community Builders Awards, I'm so pleased to welcome all of you here to 16 years of celebrating amazing people who live and contribute to Abbotsford and Archway Community Services. In addition to our award nominees and guests, I'd also like to give special mention and recognition to all the amazing employees, directors, and board members of Archway. I, as a board member, see our employees and our staff, our directors in action, and know the incredible work that they do to make this organization what it is. And let's just give them a round of applause and just acknowledge them. I'd also like to acknowledge our dignitaries attending this evening, Mayor Ross Siemens, Councillors Patricia Dreesen, Simon Gibson, Kelly Shahal, Dave Lowen, and MLA Bruce Banman. Welcome to all of you, and thank you for supporting us. So I'd just like to give you an opportunity to hear where we've come from. The Community Builders Awards has been, as I mentioned, 16 years of gathering to honor and acknowledge individuals who have made a contribution to our community and to Archway. And it was created in 2006, which I went, wow, we've really been around that long, but we have. And in the beginning, it was created to honor our board of directors and the volunteers that were amazing on the board. But wow, has it grown and changed and morphed into what it is today. We have acknowledged last year, we had a special award that created some honoring of the Flood Heroes Award. And it was an interesting award for us as the committee to create something that said, do you know how many thousands of people stepped up during the floods? And we wanted to give them special acknowledgement. So last year we created something out of the ordinary and honored a number of really wonderful people and groups in our community. This year we've created another award that is a new category. So it just keeps growing and growing every year. And this year is our Emerging Leader Community Builder Award, and there's more of that to come. So it's been started out small, and now it's grown. And because all of you have attended this evening, and many of you have nominated such fine individuals in our community for this award, we are able to be where we are this evening. So I thank all of you. So we are recognizing this evening 16 individuals and organizations who've been named as nominees for the 2023 Archway Community Builders Awards. And of course, it's presented by FortisBC, and we're very grateful this year to have that sponsor, as Rod mentioned. The nominations recognize the extraordinary people and organizations who strengthen the fabric of our community with their leadership, their volunteer work, and their collaborative spirit. And they all manifest the values of Archway Community Service. They walk the walk, and we're grateful to them. So my committee this year, my gosh, did we ever have a hard time? Because we had so many incredible nominations from our community. We had such a difficult time narrowing down those final recipient lists to 6 award winners. And so you're going to be able to hear from those who nominated our winners tonight on why they felt compelled to put forward these people. So we will first call up the nominator of the winner, and then they will tell the story of why they felt compelled. And so we're very pleased to give the awards out, and it's a total surprise. And we've kept it really quite secret. We've had a hard time with it, believe me, because we've just wanted to go, oh my gosh, there's so many great people, and of course we didn't do that. We were very good. So so we are going to get into those awards in just a few minutes here. But tonight I'd like first of all to acknowledge our sponsor, FortisBC, and welcome Kim Halowski up to the podium to say a few words on behalf of Fortis. Please help me welcome Kim.
Good evening, everyone. As mentioned, my name is Kim Halowski. I'm a Community Relations Manager with FortisBC, and it is my pleasure to be here tonight to celebrate the Community Builders Awards and to honor so many wonderful people who have made an outstanding contribution to Archway Community Service as well as to the community. I would also like to acknowledge that I'm speaking here today on the traditional, ancestral, and unceded territory of the Stolo peoples, including Matsqui and Sumas First Nations. I'd also like to thank Archway Community Services for hosting this event and providing an opportunity for us to not only connect, celebrate, and also gather together. As an energy provider delivering both gas and electricity, FortisBC serves 135 communities, as well as 58 Indigenous communities across British Columbia. We love to support the communities that we serve through grassroots projects, and we recently awarded 3 $15,000 community giving awards. I'm happy to also share that Ann Davis Transition Society, located here right in the Fraser Valley, was one of those recipients. It is truly individuals as well as organizations such as those gathered here today that make a difference in people's lives and are truly the backbone of our community. So I'd like to congratulate all of the nominees and thank all of the people who took the time to nominate these individuals and organizations, and hope that you can continue to do the great work that you're already doing. So thank you very much and have a wonderful evening.
Thank you very much. I'd also now like to invite Mayor Ross Siemens up to the stage to give a welcome on behalf of the City of Abbotsford. Thank you.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. On behalf of Abbotsford City Council and the City of Abbotsford and my council colleagues that are joining me this evening, it is really an honor for us to be here tonight to recognize these community builders. It's so encouraging to see the generous, caring, and selfless community that we are tonight, and to see the builders that are in this auditorium with us. And I'm so grateful that Archway has brought you all together once again to celebrate, and thank you for everything that you do for our community. As a community, we have been through a lot over the last few years. First the pandemic, then the floods, then the soaring prices and our historic costs of living. It's been tough, and it's caused many who had never needed help before to reach out in search of a helping hand. What truly is so great about Abbotsford is that whenever somebody does need help or support, there is always somebody there. We live in a very generous city where the community spirit is strong. And I believe that this is due in a large part to the efforts of our volunteers. Volunteering is a selfless act, and where people can donate their time, their skills, their energy, and their hearts to help others, expecting nothing in return. In our city, we are blessed to have thousands of volunteers who work tirelessly to make a difference in the lives of others. One of the guiding principles in our council strategic plan is to foster an inclusive and connected community. And we know that this isn't something that we can achieve on our own. And it is fitting that you are here in the chamber where we meet as a council. So it really is Archway coming into City Council's living room. And it really is symbolic of that partnership. We can make policy, but we can't make community. And community is what happens largely because of the efforts of Archway. So thank you for that. It takes teamwork, it takes involvement, and it takes dedication for many different groups and organizations. And it takes each of you, your passions for serving others. Your work is transformative. It builds our community, and it keeps us feeling connected to one another. Anthropologist Margaret Mead said, "Never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, it's the only thing that ever has." And I'd like to add that it isn't our opinions that change people's minds, and it isn't our opinions that really matter at the end of the day, but it is the relationships that we build. And it is so true. And while it might not always seem like it, Please know that your acts of service, however small they might seem to you in the moment, are making a big difference in our city. I would also like to thank Archway Community Services for not only your work in the community supporting people of all ages, cultures, and abilities, but also for organizing this evening and for celebrating those in our community who are making a difference. Whether they have volunteered for decades or are new to our city and have just started giving back, whether you are individuals or working together as a business or an organization. I would like to thank each and every one of you who is working to make Abbotsford a stronger, healthier, and more connected community. You are proof that we really are in this together. And finally, to each of tonight's recipients, thank you for all that you have done to contribute to our city. Your work truly has made a positive impact on our community. You have made this city proud, and I am so grateful for each of you. Thank you so much, and congratulations, and thank you for organizing, and look forward to a great evening. So thank you.
Thank you very much for those wonderful words. We appreciate them. Thank you. So we're now going to move into our very special part of the evening. And I think now we're going to start with our new category this evening, which is the community, oh my gosh, my brain just went into a total blip there. Oh, we got it. Which is our newest award, which is our Emerging Community Builders Award, individual and organizations. So our first award, as we mentioned, we've had so many great nominations this year, and our first is going to recognize the organizations that fit that category of maybe younger, maybe new to the Fraser Valley, or have recently started giving back. But we say that, and that's a little bit broad, because sometimes it's maybe recently given back to this particular award, when we know that many of them have been giving back in other ways for a long time. So we said recently just as part of our criteria. And this evening we have 3 nominees. We have Freshco Abbotsford, which was nominated for your support of the Archway Food Bank and the Siva Food Pantry through fundraising, food sourcing, and exceptional customer service. We have OPEX Fitness, nominated for creating an inclusive and caring health-fostered community space with wraparound services and for your support of Archway and other local nonprofits. And we have Chantel Funk and Company for their commitment to diversity and inclusion, including providing free hair services to youth through Foundry Abbotsford. Wow. And I'd like now, yes, let's do that, and give all 3, and say thank you to all 3 for amazing, amazing work that you do. And the winner is Chantel Funk and Company. Chantel herself wasn't able to make it this evening, but has sent representatives on her behalf. And we invite them up to the stage. Could I have Simone up to the stage, please? Simone is our manager at Archway of Youth and Health Services.
I'm also one of the shorter people, so I have to adjust the mic again. And I didn't realize how bright it is up here. So I'm very pleased to, on behalf of Foundry Abbotsford, to introduce you a little bit more to Chantel Funk and Company. It's an Abbotsford-based hair salon that opened in 2012, and with the goal to do something different in the industry. So it was opened with the goal of self-care for staff, caring for each other as a team, and also inspiring others to care for themselves. So as Pam said, Chantal is not able to make it today, but her team is sitting right there. Chantal Chantal Funk & Company is a flourishing hair salon, but it's also so much more. I encourage you to check out the website where you'll find information and a blog about people, culture, lifestyle, and the experience that the team wants to provide. The business shares the Archway values of inclusivity, compassion, and excellence, and they strive to be inclusive and diverse for every client that visits their salon. Chantal Funk & Company have been offering free haircuts and hair care workshops at the Foundry in Abbotsford, actually since it opened in 2018, and it's now a regular offering there. The feedback from the youth who have been able to access this service in a safe space has been overwhelmingly positive. Some youth are unable to afford basic haircuts and care, and some youth are looking to express themselves in a healthy way and are able to use their hairstyles to do so and express their true identity. But Chantal Funk & Company's influence is way beyond Foundry, especially for gender diverse folks, as accessing hair care can be scary and discriminating. Chantal and her team recognized that, and two of the stylists are Transcare BC trained and certified to be able to offer gender-affirming cuts and styles to members of the community that might not be able to access these services elsewhere. Just to give you a glimpse, here's some information straight from their website on the Trans Hair Care Program. We are so glad you are here. We know seeing a hairstylist or barber can cause a lot of anxiety. We want to provide a place that is safe and comfortable for you while we earn your trust. During our journey of learning and growing, it was brought to our attention just how badly trans folks have been treated by beauty and grooming professionals. This is not okay. We recognize how sensitive an appointment needs to be for those not yet transitioned, and we also recognize that for those who have and are confident in who they are, they should be welcomed with the same energy from their stylist. The experience is not a one-size-fits-all and requires openness, adaptability, and compassion from a stylist. Hair care is a basic need that we want to be able to provide to you. How you want to present yourself is important to us. So we are extremely grateful for the sensitivity, time, and effort Chantal and her team have shown diverse people in our community. So congratulations on this well-deserved Community Builders Award. And if I can get the team to come up.
Good evening. My name is Tori. I'm a stylist and the assistant director at Chantal Funk & Co. Unfortunately, Chantal is not with us. Her son is very ill, and they are living at BC Children's Hospital downtown. So please keep her in your mind and give good energy, please. We want to thank the community and Archway for acknowledging our salon and our volunteer work. We at Chantal Funk & Co. believe that it's important to give back where we can and when we can, to promote kindness and integrity to all. We hope that more businesses will do this in our community to help inspire and pay it forward. Thank you so much. Have a great evening.
Thank you and congratulations, and please extend our thoughts and prayers to Chantal for her son. My goodness. Our second award under the Emerging Community Builders is actually an individual award this evening. And we again had some amazing nominees. We have Arabella Bueller, nominated for dedicated volunteer service supporting the Archway Food Bank satellite locations within Seven Oaks Alliance Church. We have Kim Nickel, nominated for creating a bridge between UFE and the community with your thoughtful practicum placements at Archway and in the community, which help fill a need for high-quality staff in complex community service roles. And finally, we have Joey Ford for kindness in welcoming local youth and securing donations to support essential needs and recreational opportunities at Archway. 3 very fine nominees. And the winner of this award is Joey Ford. Could I have Rob Taylor and James Hogman to the stage, who work in the Basic Life Skills program in Langley, and nominated Joey for her support of their program, please?
Bright lights, bright lights. All right, well, here we are, Joey. Who would have thought this little journey's gonna end up here? So you guys know when you walk into Starbucks, thanks, buddy. You usually have this overtop, way too friendly barista asking you a bunch of questions. How's your day? What are your plans? Blah, blah, blah. Well, that usually annoys me. Actually, it always does. I'm just like, shut up, give me my drink, whatever it is I ordered, so I can get out of here. I don't want to talk to you. Well, this went on for a long time with Joey. I'd walk in and think, oh no, here we go again. She was relentless, never giving up. Despite my grumpy disposition and one-word answers, she kept going. There was even a period of time where I thought I had won the battle and she kind of stopped asking me all these questions. But that was just because she actually thought she knew me, and I was intentionally pretending not to know her, and she thought I was being rude to her. So for a long time, we first met, she thought I was my younger brother, Jeff, and she thought Jeff was being a jerk and not talking to her and ignoring her. But even despite that, she got over that, and she persisted with her annoying questions, despite thinking I was intentionally being rude to her. It was unbelievable. She had this endearing high energy and this same positive, uplifting spirit. I couldn't kill it. Eventually, I had to give in. So eventually, I just gave in. I started having conversations with her, and here we are today. She eventually realized that Jeff had a brother, James, and that I was just sort of a grumpy guy, not intentionally being standoffish. And am I glad we eventually sorted that out? It's made a huge difference in my life and the opportunities we can provide to our youth at BLT. So BLT, I'll tell you a little bit about right now. Basic Life Skills Training is an outreach-based counseling program that provides a safe place for youth ages 13 to 19. They're all challenging with addictions and mental health issues. Youth are supported individually and in groups to help build valuable life skills through education, music, art, and community activities. BLT strives to empower youth, promote healing, and to foster healthy community connections. As part of our daily program at BLT, we often go out with our youth on a walk just to kind of break up our sessions. Starbucks is close by, and we usually grab a snack or a drink. On the surface, these are just usual small experiences for many people, but for many of our youth who struggle with social anxiety and lack of communication skills, and simply speaking to someone at the counter to order a drink, this can be often very intimidating and challenging for many of them. And Joey kind of made that a lot easier for a lot of them, so I'll let Rob explain some more.
A little lower for me. Yes, so Joey's made that connection much easier for many of our youth that have social anxiety, and by being our best and friendliest connection at the local Starbucks counter. But Joey's gone above and beyond anything that we had ever expected, and just to let you know a few of the things she's done, and there's more, but she coordinated with us the Starbucks leftover snacks and food, and we pick it up twice a week. And it allows us to have snacks and sandwiches for the youth that come into our program. And it also allows us to provide for up to 2 to 3 families that we know or we're connected with to be able to have food and snacks. And especially, as mentioned before, with all the increased inflation and prices, it really comes in very well. And Joey was also instrumental in getting the BLT program nominated for one of the Starbucks neighborhood grants. And up until now, we've actually received over $20,000 from Starbucks to be used for different special projects and other uses for the kids. So some of the funding has gone towards daily needs like shoes, beds, clothing, bus passes, but it's also gone towards some life-changing activities like boxing lessons for one of the youth, some yoga classes, whitewater rafting, trip that it partially funded, and it even helped to partly fund a 10-day canoe healing journey to the Yukon for 5 of our youth, which was an amazing time for them. Joey has also coordinated an in-store Christmas giving tree for the past 3 years, and where customers can sponsor an anonymous youth with a gift donation, and that translates into some gift certificates to like Best Buy, Save On, and Walmart. It's always really well appreciated by the kids. And it doesn't stop there. Joey has also volunteered her time to provide all the beverages and snacks for 2 of our BLT community music concerts that were held in a local place. We have a School of Rock as part of our therapeutic program, as well. So I just wanted to say, you know, our connection with Joey at Starbucks has been very significant for many of our youth. And we've talked about it a number of times. And, you know, she always makes an extra effort to acknowledge them and to remember their name, what they like to order. That's very important it impresses the kids. But most importantly, you know, she takes the time to make them feel like a valuable person and a member of the community. And I think that's a really big piece. And it's more than just someone being friendly and nice when they take your order. You know, our experience with Joey, and I've mentioned it to James, it kind of makes me reminisce a little bit about the past and maybe in a different time and maybe in a little smaller town, you know, where everyone knows who you are. And they in truth, they play a part in helping to form your identity and your values and even your sense of belonging. So, and, you know, as at BLT, we often reflect just amongst ourselves about how, you know, the authentic connections we really work on building with our kids really positively affect us and have changed our lives as well in that process. And my sense, you know, in spending time with Joey, I think she's been able to experience some of that in serving our youth, and that the giving of yourself and your time can have multiple unforeseen benefits to yourself as well. So I really think this cycle of sincere giving and receiving is at the heart of a healthy community. And what happens is there's an equality between people, you know, where the people that are giving, they're making up for what the other may lack, and vice versa. So we just really appreciate the time. And we just want Joey to know that it's been a tremendous impact on us and our program. So thank you.
Would you like to come say a few words, Joey? All yours.
Thank you. I don't know if I would have said annoying, but thank you. I am very persistent. I think I'm known in the Starbucks world for giving back to my community. And yes, I am kind of very persistent. I guess annoying would be a good idea, you know, a good way to describe it. But I believe in giving back to your community. I believe in showing up for the people that you care about, and that's even people you don't even know. Yeah. Thank you for Archway. Without you guys, I would never have met these two lovely humans that inspired me to ask what more can I do? How much can I give back to my community? If it's just my time, if it's through Starbucks. But yeah, thank you guys. Really appreciate that. Oh gosh, I didn't think I was gonna win, so I was like, there's so many other wonderful people out there, like why me? But yeah, it's because I guess I am annoying and I'm persistent. And in so asking all those questions, and I remember asking James, like, why do you do what you do? Like, just out of curiosity. And he said, it gives me such pleasure and it fills my heart, and it just feels good to do that. Like, it gives me so much more in my life. I was like, oh, that's eye-opening. Yeah, I think I want that. I want to do more. I want to feel that in my life, and I want to see the joy in other people's eyes and in their lives, see how much more I can do. And that just made me go out to my community and ask more. So not just BLT, but Big Brothers and Big Sisters. I love meeting the kids there as well as BGC for the Langley. It's a very low-income families in that area, so making sure we show up for them and support them. I mean, Starbucks is such a big corporation. Like, why can't we do more? Is what I always ask my manager. What more can we do? Like, how much more can we do? So they're used to me going, more.
Being annoying, right?
Yeah, being annoying. It's true. So thank you so much, Archway. I'm here. I'll do more. I'll do all I can. Thank you.
Congratulations, Joey, reminding us all to do more and give more. Isn't that lovely? Wow. So we're moving on now to our Community Builders Awards under organizations. And again, we had some outstanding nominees and some just amazing contributions to our community and to Archway. And there will be 2 winners in this category this evening. So the first Community Builders Awards under organizations is the BC Muslim Association of Abbotsford, nominated for their steadfast dedication to providing newcomers of all backgrounds with food, translation, medical care, and transportation. We have Central Heights Church, the Women's Center, nominated for long-term support in providing space, volunteers, and resources to Archway programs that support newcomers, parents, and more. We have CIVL Radio, nominated for advocacy, journalism, and support for local events and initiatives. And a special thank you for helping produce and broadcast the Archway Story as a Resiliency podcast, which is just wonderful. You love podcasts? Listen to this one, it's very good. We have the Khalsa Diwan Society of Abbotsford for long-term support in providing space and resources to Archway programs that support parents, children, and seniors. And finally, we have Seven Oaks Alliance Church for long-term support in providing space and resources to Archway programs that support youth, newcomers, food bank clients, and more. And our first award this evening is presented to Khalsa Diwan Society of Abbotsford. Could I have Tanya Rempel and Monica Grover from our Family Center and Best for Babies programs to come up to the stage, please, to share why they nominated Khalsa Diwan Society.
I feel very honored to be here with Tanya. My name is Monica. I work at Archway, and I've been with Archway for 20 years now, 20 plus. I always forget it's 20 plus. And I work for Best for Babies in the South Asian program of Best for Babies. And I have my coworker, Liz, who works for the mainstream, other communities. I always say not just mainstream, but other cultures and communities. I always started as a South Asian Best for Babies worker. We want to congratulate Khalsa Diwan Society for winning this award, but at the same time, I also want to appreciate all the other nominees. They are also wonderful, and they've been part of Archway for a long time. And Rod, you set a little standard to speak in your mother tongue, so I'm going to welcome Khalsa Diwan Society and others who speak Punjabi here. ਮੈਨੂੰ ਬਹੁਤ ਖੁਸ਼ੀ ਹੋ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਾਰੇ ਇੱਥੇ ਆਏ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਇਸ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਵਿੱਚ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸ਼ਾਮਿਲ ਹੋਏ ਆ ਤੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਅੱਜ ਬਹੁਤ ਖੁਸ਼ੀ ਹੋਈ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਦੀਵਾਨ ਸੁਸਾਇਟੀ ਅੱਜ ਵਿਨ ਕੀਤਾ ਤੇ ਵੈਲਕਮ ਜੀ ਆਇਆਂ ਨੂੰ this program would not have happened if we did not have the space at Khalsa Diwan Society and the food that they provided to all our participants for 15 plus years. We have been in that room, no question asked. No question asked. We enjoyed that room to the best. We had our couches there, we had our carpet there, we had all our supplies there, and we really enjoyed. The women came, we always had almost 30 to 50 women enjoy that program with children. Childcare was provided. We had 2 rooms all dedicated to our program and through Khalsa Diwan Society, and no money charged, absolutely free. So we want to thank you for all the support you've given us. I'm going to invite Tanya to talk a little bit more about our Khalsa Diwan Society. Here you go.
First of all, what an inspiring evening this has been already, and it's a real honor and privilege that I would be invited to speak to this nomination. I do want to also acknowledge all the other nominees, and actually one in particular, the Central Heights Women's Ministries, has actually been extremely supportive of our Best for Babies program as well. So I did want to highlight that. There's so many connections in this room, and even probably between numerous nominees here this year and even next, because this community is very well known for joint connection. You know, back in the day, day. When I started at Archway 25 years ago, there was much more, we tend to call it siloed programming, and that has shifted significantly, especially in the last 10 years, and it's been really exciting to be a part of that and to watch partnerships develop and grow throughout the last number of years. Just a really quick explanation of what Best for Babies is, if you're not familiar. It's a pregnancy outreach program, actually, that gives a little extra support for families, expectant parents and their families that might need a little extra support during their pregnancy and postpartum as well. It is a program that runs under our Family Center umbrella. We are a family resource program where we just like to provide a space for families 0 up to age 5 where they can come and connect and meet other people. If they're expectant and they qualify, they sign up with our Best for Babies South Asian program or our mainstream program where we can just connect with other people in their community and actually with other professionals as well that come into groups and share their expertise with families. So Monica mentioned already, we for 15 years have had in-kind space, not one room, 2 rooms, a childcare space and another space where we can run our adult programs. So I don't know how many of you do budgets, and if you do nonprofit budgets, you would understand the in-kind value of a contribution like that. We would not have been able to grow Best for Babies to this capacity, the South Asian program in particular, without that kind of incredible contribution. It has just been such a gift to us. I was looking really quickly at statistics. This year so far, we've served 165 pregnant and postpartum parents in that room. Well, that was last year's statistics, and that's pretty significant with thousands of visits. And then aside from Best for Babies, we run parenting groups. We have run perinatal depression groups on and off over the last 15 years. We've run family center drop-in programs out of that same space. We have also done a joint application or given support to the Khalsa Diwan Society to apply for a Food Skills for Families grant, which is through BC Centre of Disease Control, and that allows them to provide 1 or 2 cooking programs a year to families. It is delivered in Punjabi, and it's typically our clients that are recruited for that program. So that's an extra service for us as well. So aside from what the Khalsa Diwan Society has done for our program, they have served other Archway programs. Currently, our multicultural department is running a program in partnership with Fraser Health, and that is the South Asian Day program for seniors. And so that has been effectively running, I think, over the course of this last year. I'd be up here for 20 minutes, which isn't supposed to be allowed. It's supposed to be 2 or 3 minutes, to speak about all the contributions they've made to other programs as well. They've actually also, in partnership with Best for Babies, they've worked together with our team to connect with public health. So there is a dental hygienist who comes in once a month to the temple where they can provide free dental care for the families. So program support, Archway support in general, and I also obviously want to acknowledge since 1983, this society has given spiritual care, emotional care, and physical care to this community, and not just the South Asian community, but that and beyond. So we're very grateful. Thank you for everything that you've given us. And again, we're just so honored to be able to even nominate you. Thank you.
We'd like to welcome up all of you on the stage. ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਾਰੇ stage ਤੇ ਆ ਜਾਓ please ਤੇ ਆਪਣਾ reward ਲੈ ਸਕਦੇ ਆ ਕਿ ਤੇ some beautiful pictures, right? Yeah.
I'll try to keep it short. Thank you everyone for being here tonight. My name is Maninder Singh Gill. I'm the current president of Khalsa Diwan Society. I want to really thank Monica and her team and everyone here at Archway for at least not just acknowledging us, but nominating and allowing us a chance to really win that award. We're truly honored to be a part of the community. We're just a new board that came in 2023, but yet a lot of opportunity ahead of us to really do more in our community. Our Gurdwara is a more than a place of just worship. It's a community center, and it's a place where people can come find peace and really gather as communities and in their small groups, large groups, as they see fit. I would love to welcome everyone here today to really come visit, to either worship or to come enjoy a hot meal. As you know, our kitchen is open to everyone and anyone in the public. We'll try to keep the spice down, but it's something we're working on as we go. But truly, our kitchen is really open to the public, and we really encourage you, if you ever want to go out in the public and disperse free meals, our kitchen is open to anyone and everyone, and we have immense volunteers that can be there, funding if needed. But really, we want to encourage anyone to really approach and allow us to be a part of this community even further. I'm thankful to our board, I'm thankful to everyone here, and especially to Archway for giving us this opportunity. And I hope we can really grow going forward. Thank you.
Congratulations again. Our second category, award in this category, Community Builders Awards, this evening is presented to Seven Oaks Alliance Church. I have Carmen Machado to the stage. Carmen works in our Youth Resource Center program and nominated Seven Oaks. Thank you, Carmen.
My name is Carmen, and I work for the Youth Resource Center. I have been an employee with the agency for 20 years. I've had the pleasure of working with Seven Oaks Alliance Church for the past 3 years as I coordinate Talia's Closet. So I am incredibly honored to introduce our remarkable community partner, Seven Oaks Alliance Church, and nominate them for the Community Builders Award. Seven Oaks Alliance Church is a place of profound generosity and community dedication. They have graciously opened their doors, not just for worship, but as a beacon of hope and support. Imagine a place that welcomes all in need with open arms and hearts. This is what Seven Oaks Alliance Church does. They provide a vital space for Talia's Closet, making it possible for us to offer free graduation gowns, suits, and essentials to graduates in need. Their kindness and hospitality are beyond words. This past year, I was welcomed to the church to present my program, and I do have to say, if anyone's been to the church, they have the most amazing worship band. The congregation welcomed me with open arms, and they answered my wishes with their generosity. But since then, I've actually ran into some of the parishioners in the community, and they're so welcoming. They have not forgotten meeting, and when they see me, they're like, "Carmen, I'm so happy to see you." And they made me feel welcome and at home and feel like family, and I thought that was really it just touched me incredibly. But it doesn't stop there. They've opened their kitchen for multicultural food sharing events, celebrating unity, and have established a food bank satellite, ensuring access to essentials for vulnerable families. And let's not forget about their past Connect events, which brought together as many as 35 service providers, local businesses, services, agencies, and faith-based organizations. This event served those who were unhoused and facing financial insecurity. Seven Oaks Alliance Church's generosity is a testament to their deep-rooted commitment to bringing together diverse groups and organizations, creating a stronger and more inclusive community fabric. They have made a significant impact, instilling hope and a sense of belonging in those they serve. Today, I stand here to nominate Seven Oaks Alliance Church and express profound gratitude. Let's applaud Seven Oaks Alliance Church for their remarkable contributions and thank them for their unwavering generosity and acute awareness of our community's evolving needs. I would like to please call the representatives from Seven Oaks Alliance Church to the stage.
Yes, good evening. Yeah, I'd like to start by saying it was an honor just to be nominated in this category alongside other very worthy organizations, as has been noted. We are a community that has numerous groups and individuals that love to help and give back. The person who spoke before me, I didn't catch what her name was, but she touched on a few things that our church has been involved in over the years. But I want to sort of talk specifically, roughly about 2.5 years ago, our church became a satellite location for the Archway Food Bank. Now, while I was the one asked to accept this reward, it's really on behalf of a very large and very dedicated team of men, women, and youth volunteers from Seven Oaks Church who every month faithfully set up to take down, cheerfully and lovingly serve our guests with their grocery and household sundry needs. It's also been great to see the relationships and camaraderie that have formed between the volunteers and guests over this time. It's basically been a very real privilege to be able to serve in this way. Now, while it's nice to receive recognition, I don't think anyone who volunteers at this food bank would do it just for that reason. As we are a faith-based organization, our understanding and commitment is that God calls and compels us to care for and help those in need in our community as a right response. So I just want to thank you so much for this award on behalf of the whole team at Seven Oaks Church.
I feel like I need a little soapbox to be standing on after all these tall people with the microphone. Congratulations to both of those very worthy recipients. So we're moving into our final award of the evening, and we have two to give. We have, at this point, I think we have Janice Mitchell is going to come up on this one. I think this is maybe yours, I think. Hang on, we're not quite there yet. Yeah, it is. Yeah. We have the nominees in the category. Janice has been asking me when she was going to get to go up, so that's why I mentioned Janice here. But we want to make sure she gets the microphone here. And she only promised me she's got it timed. So anyway, we say that. So if anybody's got their timer out, we'll time Janice. We can give her a hard time. The Community Builders Awards individual is our next award. We have nominated Beatrice Silver Talio, nominated for supporting residential school survivors and thrivers in healing and working through intergenerational trauma, as well as empowering the next generation. Brian Neufeld, nominated for dedicated and generous community support of the Archway Food Bank, sports associations, and community fundraisers. Cheryl Klassen, nominated for dedicated and long-term community service supporting and feeding youth, newcomers, families in transition homes, and those in need. Gary McCaskill, for dedicated and outstanding community service supporting Archway, local sports associations, and fundraisers. And James Clifford, for dedicated and outstanding community service supporting the Archway Food Bank and the Special Olympics. Again, amazing nominees. And the first award is presented to Gary McCaskill. I'd like to have Janice. Janice is up. All right, Janice, there she goes. She's got the podium now.
It's okay, it's double spaced and size 16 font, just saying. Good evening, honored guests, community partners, nominees and your family members, Archway board members, and my fellow staff members. I have been reminded that I only have 3 minutes to speak before she brings out the hook and pulls me off. So here I go. I ask you to pay attention because I'm going to try and keep it to 3 minutes, maybe a little bit more. Those of you that know me know that's a challenge. It's my absolute pleasure to recognize Mr. Gary McCaskill and tell you a little bit about him. So don't be too nervous, Gary. Well, maybe a little. Gary first came to Archway as a volunteer, and he was a member of our Archway Golf Committee in the spring of 2018. Yeah, 2018. Since then, he's continued to serve on the Archway Golf Committee. He's worked tirelessly supporting and helping with organization, sponsor recruitment, and soliciting anyone and everyone that he comes across for auction items. So if anybody has any leads, Gary's up there and he'll take your name and he'll hit you up. We gotta love that. Since being an Archway volunteer, Gary has shared Archway stories. He's championed our Archway programs and services throughout the community. He's leveraged his business contacts and he's introduced them to us, and he's helped secure many new golf sponsors. He's encouraged and supported me and our golf community all along the way in the planning process. He's always been a great sounding board for ideas. Gary was instrumental in developing, encouraging, and mentoring a very special relationship with the Abbotsford Canucks. His passion for hockey and his belief in Archway was a perfect catalyst to lay the groundwork with an organization that has since become an extremely valued partner and community stakeholder for Archway. Way to go, Gary. Gary has always been very quick to support the work of Archway. Primarily, anything that I need, Gary's always said, I got your back, girl. What do you need me for? He's sat at many golf tournaments and at many tables and under many tents with me, supporting me, shaking hands, and sharing our story. I want to acknowledge that none of this can come about without a supporting employer. So I want to give a shout out to the folks at Magnuson Ford, particularly Lane, because they give him time to come out and to serve his community. I just want to also know that Gary has held many volunteer positions supporting communities that he's lived in throughout the years. From 1976 to 1997, Gary's coached minor hockey league in Burnaby, Powell River, North Delta, and Surrey. From 1978 to 1987, he's coached minor baseball, and he's looking at his son. He's coached minor baseball in Powell River and in North Delta. From 2005 to 2010, he has spearheaded a golf tournament organizing money to support the Weekend to End Breast Cancer. From 2013 to present, Gary has been and still is involved with minor league fastball in Abbotsford. And I just want to say from 2009 to 2014, Gary was Booster Club president for that other NHL team that we had in town before we had the Canucks. Just saying. I just want you to, I want to share with everybody a comment that his son Sean shared with me. As I started to type all the information, I had a flood of great memories of Dad. He really has done so much for me, my brother, and thousands of kids over the years. It's truly remarkable. And Gary, it is. It's truly remarkable. So I just want everybody to know, Gary works at Magnuson Ford. He's going to be in a really good mood tomorrow. So if you need a truck or anything, now's your chance, folks. Now's your chance. See, Gary, I have your back too. I can't stress enough that Gary believes in his community, and that's what makes him a community builder. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome Gary to the stage.
I actually phoned Janice today. Should I prepare something just in case? She said, well, I don't know, some people do. I can tell you that I am part of this Archway fundraising golf tournament. We've raised in excess of $350,000 for Archway since 2018, when we've been together through COVID, through construction of a pipeline and everything else. But it's a passion. a passion I grew up with. I was born and raised in Montreal in a little community called Point St. Charles, known as a slum. But my parents were behind all of us. They were volunteers in the community. I played hockey, baseball, football, all kinds of sports, never paid a dime because all the parents in our community raised money for uniforms and everything like that. And I brought that forward with my own children who do their own thing to support. And I just think it's vital for our community. I've enjoyed working with Rod and the tournament and all the people, and I can't thank the other nominees and the people who won for doing what you do. It means a lot. Thank you very, very much. Thank you.
Congratulations, Gary. And our final award of the evening. We have just a few more exciting moments for you, so hang in there. So our Community Builders Awards this evening is going to end on one final award here, and if I can find my notes, because they got all kind of messied up there. A minute, here we go. We have a second winner in this category. I'm getting there, folks. I'm getting there. Hang on. Our second community builder this evening, the award is presented to James Clifford. Can I have Rebecca Thoreau to the stage? Rebecca is a supervisor at the food bank where James has volunteered for years. And we'd like to acknowledge James.
Yay, James. I'm honored to be here to recognize James Clifford tonight. James has volunteered with Special Olympics and Archway Food Bank for over 10 years. His journey with Special Olympics began 34 years ago when he became an athlete on the swim team. He's trained in powerlifting and continues his swimming career with Special Olympics to this day. Now James also volunteers his time with the organization that gave him his start in sports. James has a strong roots in Special Olympics due to his passion and love for spreading awareness about Special Olympics, healthy living, and social causes. James continues to represent and mentor athletes on the Special Olympics Advisory Panel, where he does advocacy work and ensures that athletes are being represented in their sports. He also helps organize functions and events, working in collaboration with local and corporate sponsors to bring more awareness to the organization. One of James' favorite ways to give back to his community is public speaking. Could use your help right now, James. So he does lectures for Special Olympics and also healthy eating. Recently, he's also able to represent the Special Olympics in the polar plunge, where they raise thousands of dollars for the organization. James has also volunteered at Archway Food Bank for 3 to 6 hours each week for over 10 years. This is how I got to know James. He has served in many different positions as needed. His flexibility and eagerness to learn have been extremely appreciated and beneficial to the community. Throughout his time at the food bank, he's been able to put his athleticism to work by assisting the food bank drivers and donation pickups from grocery stores. When working in our food hamper room, James builds hampers, stocks shelves, operates our hoist system, and safely transports food between our floors. If you too want to learn how to operate the hoist, you can catch him on YouTube and watch the safety video where he is featured to demonstrate how to use that. We are grateful for the public speaking that James has also done for the Abbotsford School District to present the Starfish Backpack Program and advocates for the importance of accessible and nutritious foods for growing students. In addition to this, James is currently working with the food bank home delivery team to deliver food to seniors and people with limited mobility, as well as doing some clerical work. James's dedication to the community, healthy living, and advocacy for over 10 years has been a joy to witness. James has made an imprint on the food bank. He is well known and loved by volunteers and staff alike. James has made lasting relationships at the food bank. In fact, I'm still hearing from James updates from drivers that have long moved on 9 years ago, and he's telling me how they're still doing, and I get regular updates. It's great. Archway is a much better place because we have people like James that share their time with us. With help from James and people like him, Abbotsford Food Bank can ensure that over 4,000 people in Abbotsford have access to nutritious foods. Thank you, James, for your good work, advocacy, and dedication to helping others. Congratulations on being recognized with the Community Builders Award. James, please come on up here and receive your award.
Thank you so much. It's my first award through Archway Food Bank. I recognize all the staff, the ladies and the guys. The guys are awesome, and the ladies are just absolutely gorgeous over there helping out. The reason I wanted to give back is for the families that can't afford groceries. We give them the groceries. And I am part of another job that's part of the food bank through Little Green Apple, and I call one of the drivers to pick up the fresh vegetables is from Little Green Apple. So they get fresh vegetables from Little Green Apple, and I call them and I bill up their order, and they pick them up, and they say, "Hey James, how you doing?" I am so glad to be here for the first time. And thank you so much for Rebecca and the team. The team is just awesome. It's not like in a sports team, it's a team building awards. And thank you, Archway, for this high honor. Thank you very much.
My goodness, that was quite the ending. Congratulations. If that doesn't put a smile on your face, nothing will. This is the joy of our awards, is they're so heart, aren't they? You are feeling warm, because this is what happens. Every year we all go away and we just go, wow. It was so wonderful to hear everything that everyone is doing and the way that they're giving back. And we really, truly have a community of heart. And so thank you so much to all of you this evening for coming. I'd like now to invite Ben Lorimer up to the stage. Ben is our new president for the board this year, and I believe that he may have some wise words of wisdom for us all. No pressure.
My wise words will be few words, because how do you follow that? As Pamela has said, I'm Ben Lorimer. I'm the president of the Archway board, and it is my sincere pleasure to be here to express the thanks and the gratitude to the board, to all of you who are here. We live in a great city, but we live in a tough world. Sometimes it feels like if there wasn't bad news, there would be no news, and it's easy to fall into a pattern of skepticism. As a board member, I think I could speak for the entire board. We're intensely proud of Archway. It's a pole star, it's a beacon in our community. But being here tonight, it's a pole star in a constellation of stars. All of you people, all of the nominees, all of the award recipients, and let's not forget the award recipients in future years to come. So thank you very much on behalf of the board to all of you for attending, all of the remarkable individuals who have nominated people, all of the remarkable nominees, and all of the remarkable award recipients. Thank you very much, and I look forward to seeing you next year. Now I'll invite Rod up with me, because I think we have one more small matter of business to handle. There's another long-term volunteer who deserves some recognition tonight.
the strength of boards, the strength of organizations to be able to do the things that we do is when there's an amazing dance between the staff who just take their passion and their expertise and make it happen, and boards, governance, who see from high up and say, this is what we're about. In the case of Archway, we're about justice, opportunities, and equitable access for all. And how do we make that happen? So we want to acknowledge one person tonight who, amongst a stellar board, who's really helped guide our ship. And so Steve Carlton, who has just stepped down from the last 6 years, is it, as our president, and 9 years on our board. Steve, if you would come up, and we just want to say thank you for you. This is a bit of an above and beyond, so board members and directors, staff directors, just got together and put together a wee little bit of a gratitude for who you are and what you do to make our community stronger. So thank you.
Thank you so much. The honor has been mine to serve community services, but also to be a part of the many organizations that are represented here tonight. I look and I see representation from City Council, our wonderful mayor, a fine young man. When I taught him grade 8 English at Yale Secondary School, he was as fine a young man then as he is a fine man right now, so it's wonderful. I see MLAs, I see city councilors, I see the leaders of so many organizations in our community that make us strong. This is never about the individual. This is about the work. And I've been so pleased and proud to be a part of many things over the many years, but I think Archway has a very tender place in my heart. So thank you so much. Keep up the good work, community of Abbotsford. Let's all dig in and make this a strong, healthy place. Thanks so much.
Love you, Steve. I think you've heard it from other people, just in terms of the gratitude for what you do to make our community who we are. The generous, life-changing, transforming, alive community that we are. I just want to wrap up with just some of the words I heard tonight. I want to give back for people who can't afford groceries. Thank you for doing what you do. And that's kind of the heart of the people who we are acknowledging tonight. It's about you. It's not even about any one person. It's great to see the relationships and camaraderie that happens amongst volunteers and guests, and what kind of a different community we get when we actually all work together. Ours is a community center, a place to find peace, open to everyone. Let's make more of that happen. How much more can we do? Just that challenge to all of us. How much more can we do? So thank you to all of you. Let's just do one more round for the people who are nominated, for the people who received awards tonight. One more thank you for all that you do. Yeah. And once again, thank you to FortisBC for helping to make tonight happen. Thank you to our organizing team, Pamela, Jasneet, Kelly, Jen, for the amazing work of honoring people in our community. And for today's event crew of Tracy, Janice, Shannon, and Jessica for making it look the way it does. Thank you for Mama Michelle for catering, for bucket flowers, for the gorgeous flowers that you see. Dale Klippenstein for the pictures that will capture you as we go tonight. And then Ryan Campbell of Sapphire Sound for the audio and visual support that you provided tonight. I will now invite all recipients and all nominees. You'll be getting a little something here too. So if you could all come to the front.